Joe Zekas from Homeward Bound North Shore. I'm in Northfield this afternoon with the incomparable Maureen Mohling from Coldwell Banker. And I'm going to put you on the spot, Maureen. We're at a beautiful townhome here at Fox Meadow. And I checked and I couldn't find any sales within the past 5 years in this complex. How do you go about pricing a development like this and a townhome like this, and what would you consider comparables?
We did have one private sale, I think maybe 2 or 3 years ago, of a villa. It was the largest villa. I think it was 3,200 square feet. It had the master on the second floor, however, and that sold for, I believe, $995. And we did have a single-family home in the first circle that sold for $1.2 million. I think within the last 2 to 4 years. We just had a price adjustment on this villa to $820. Excuse me. You're always reassessing what's new on the market, what's been on the market for a while. Porter Regent Woods is a good comparable for us to use. They have a mixture of condos and single families. There is a little bit denser than we are for square footage, and also older, but also a very, very pretty area too. Also, we have right around the corner on the other side of Craft is Royal Ridge, which is a similar complex. Again, doesn't have the intimacy of Fox Meadow with only 52 homes, but it is gated. Their assessments are higher, and they are a land lease, so that would appeal to some and not to others. And then also the new development, Meadow Ridge, which is across from Royal Ridge, which is gated also, and I think those are running, new construction. They do not have basements, in the high 6s and high 7s, depending upon the amount of square footage involved. So
the developments you're citing are all similar in that they're beautifully landscaped?
Well, I think this is just one, I believe, an award. Bertog is the landscape company, and followed the wishes of the developer, Edward R. James, in the landscaping, and there's a very, very active group of people on the board of directors that are involved with the landscaping, because I think it truly sets the place apart.
And
the water and there's a very strong group of interested homeowners, and there's just a lot of social life in here. Every Wednesday, the third Wednesday of every month, they meet on the bridge and they bring their own liquid beverages, and somebody brings peanuts, and they kind of get together. So it's social if you want to, and if you don't, you stay at home.
And you would know that because?
I go. I live in Fox Meadow.
Because you live in Fox Meadow.
Right, and I also go on Wednesday nights.
You're adding up pluses and minuses. Would the Landmark in Northfield be a direct comparable?
Well, Landmark has a lot of stairs, and it's a very up and down with the master on the second level. So this would, I think, attract a little bit of a different buyer.
Meadow Lake?
Meadow Lake is, again, no freestanding homes. No separate, no barbecuing. So that's a little bit different buyer too. Meadow Lake's a great development too. But
doesn't have units that are comparable in size to this,
correct.
Does it?
Yeah. Well, some of them are over 2,500. I think there's a couple penthouse units that are over 3,000 in there.
And Meadow Lake has a pool for people.
It has an indoor pool, right? And I think even a gym there. A couple of treadmills.
One prime amenity Meadow Lake has is a pair of trumpeter swans who breed there every year.
Yeah, they are. Royal Ridge has the swans too.
Okay, so trumpeter swans are important to some.
Well, they are. They keep the geese away.
Oh, is that right?
Right.
Ah.
Yeah.
So Royal Ridge would be an alternative if you have to have swans.
Right. You have 2 places to go to.
What's been the prime attraction of Fox Meadow? But by the way, people looking at this lush landscaping, I think, need to know that the development's only 7 or 8 years old. Right,
and there's a great sense of privacy here, that if you're sitting out in your backyard, it's very, very well protected. They took a lot of time with the landscaping, and they're continually improving it and dividing it so it doesn't get too overgrown, and there's great pride there. We also have 2 entrances, the one off Willow, and then also there's another back entrance too that you can enter Waukegan Road.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, so it's
You also have a nature conservancy.
Conservancy that is owned by the New Trier High School, and then also Northfield owns a conservancy.
And New Trier, Northfield has a park immediately adjacent to here also.
Right, right. It's very, very nice. It's very private and yet pretty. I walk in the mornings here and it's beautiful.
One of the attractions, I think, is that if you're working at Kraft or at the Physicians Association behind here, you're just about walking distance.
Yeah, and then also too, you're very close to O'Hare. I mean, we can be at O'Hare, I think, in 20 minutes.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, so there's a lot of advantages to it.
If you're further east on the North Shore, getting to O'Hare can be a hassle.
It can, right.
But here we're direct shot down Willow Road to 294.
Right, and then there you are.
And there you are. So let's come back to the question of pricing. Adding up, what are the pluses for the other developments, and what are the minuses for the other developments when you're pricing a unit?
Right, sometimes, you know, Fox Meadow of the established units is the newest. Quarter Regent Woods is older, as is Royal Ridge, as is Meadow Lake. So we're kind of the new kid on the block. Also, I think that the variety of homes, the styles, and also the size of 52, I think is very, very attractive. And the ponds when you pull in, and there's a serenity about it. Right.
It's a very attractive environment.
Right. It really is.
Thank you, Maureen.